At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as Week 2 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Oh, look at those savvy linebackers. They're just right in the middle of everything, aren't they, Kate? And it seems like at times they are the quickest reactions as well. He needed a quick one right there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. The Steelers set to punt it. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he's calling for a fair catch, which is made at the 33-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Lions will go on offense. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. Escapes a defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. His first throw is an interception. And the Steelers have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll try and punch it in. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a throw. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Goff working from the pistol. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll throw it from his own end zone. He finds Laporta. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Goff on 1st and 10. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Goff. Finds Laporta. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, ball at the 36. They motion the slot man right. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Gets everything he has under this throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions parlay the interception into points. Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fox now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
To the line they go. It's second down. He's going to throw this one. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Lions will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, gone. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he was just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Here's 2nd and 14. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to the air here. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a man in motion. This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number one. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. They go play action with Goff. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it inside the 25. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. In off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Again, it's Gibbs. He breaks a tackle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Gibbs does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Gibbs. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only 1 yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal from the 2.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. They send out Greg Zuerlein for the field goal. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. The kick by Haversick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Open space inside the 40. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers tie things 10-10. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Goff. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Off play action, Goff. That's caught for the 1st. And that one's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Second and 3 now. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Lions driving ahead. And the Steelers going nickel, 3rd down. Throwing now, off play action. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to hit his fullback there. And 4th and 4 coming up. The Lions readying for the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It'll be a punt of 41 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw now. He's going deep this time. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Warren here from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. He'll pass it this time. Escapes the pocket. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Another one for Gibbs. No one around. He's got space. And he'll get it up to the 44. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. On 1st down, it's Goff. St. Brown's got it, complete. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Goff setting to throw. Throwing for the end zone. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Gibbs now from the gun. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're going play action. Laporta with the grab. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
He completes it in traffic.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that makes it third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just 1 yard on the play. That leaves him with 4th and 4. On now comes their punter. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the well again. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They're throwing it. Launches one deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play, and that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
The give now out of the shotgun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers push their lead further to start the half. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Boswell on to send this away. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And that nearly got him to midfield. He's out of bounds just a yard or 2 short.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Goff working from the pistol. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Looking to his fullback now. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Goff. He's trying to push the field. And they will score. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First throw for the backup now. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. This finds Austin complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
First and 10 from the 41. Now a give running right. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're lead. Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun handoff to Warren. Past midfield to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Throwing is gone. He's on the move. 16 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They go play action with Goff. Catch made left side by Laporta. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Detroit. Throwing again, it's Goff. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Jalen Jones. And the Steelers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
All right, here we go. Second down. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Mike Tomlin eyeing that play clock, and he gets a timeout just before it runs out. May still have 2 to work with in his final quarter. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. He'll throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Now the Lions calling a timeout, their first. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Dicker connects there. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. They get 13 on the pickup, and that gives the Lions the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Forced out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. He fires one deep down the middle. And in for the Detroit touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick. It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And this one does not go far. It's only a gain of one. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing 3rd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. Oh no, the ball is loose! Going the other way, Lions have it! And this will reach the end zone for a Detroit touchdown! The Lions making a 4-point game here in the 4th. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping off that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on the scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions cut it to a field goal game. So just before the 2-minute warning, they're going to try to get it back with this onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers only up by a few. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
On 1st down, Warren. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.